A few years back, wealthy nations invited foreign workers to help boost their economies, offering high wages and quality living conditions. But as time passed, more workers flocked to these countries, drawn by promises of prosperity and a better life. Issues began when many immigrants decided to settle permanently, sometimes replacing locals in the workforce by accepting lower pay. This shift sparked tensions between locals and immigrants, creating a noticeable divide. Today, with over 280 million migrants worldwide, some countries are not only turning away new immigrants, but also expelling existing ones. In this video, we'll dive into the top 10 countries that are banning immigrants in 2024. Stick around for this eye-opening list. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated. Let's get started. Number 10, Denmark. Officially known as the Kingdom of Denmark, is a Nordic country located in Northern Europe, and it's the southernmost of the Scandinavian nations. Positioned southwest of Sweden, connected by a famous bridge, south of Norway, and northwest of North America, Denmark's unique geography has long made it a cultural crossroads. As of 2023, Denmark's population was approximately 5.97 million, and the country has experienced significant immigration growth over the last decade. By 2024, Denmark was home to around 700,000 immigrants, up from 480,000 in 2014. However, the rapid rise in Denmark's immigrant population has stirred mixed reactions, prompting the Danish government to take action. The country has introduced stricter policies, especially aimed at limiting non-Western immigrants and refugees. Many Danes are concerned about preserving their cultural heritage and fear that an influx of immigrants from different backgrounds could dilute their traditions and values. This worry over maintaining Danish identity and social cohesion has driven both the government and parts of the population to support policies that control immigration levels. Denmark, like several other European countries, also has security concerns tied to immigration, particularly regarding terrorism and crime. These concerns have led to tighter background checks and new limitations on certain immigrant groups. To further manage integration, Denmark has implemented tougher laws for those seeking permanent residence or citizenship. These include more challenging requirements for family reunification, language proficiency tests, stricter citizenship exams, and reduced welfare benefits for new arrivals. For those hoping to make Denmark a long-term home, these policies have made the path significantly more challenging. Number 9. Australia. Australia, celebrated for its stunning tropical beaches, vibrant marine life, unique Aboriginal culture, adorable koalas, sprawling wine regions, and lush rainforests, is a dream destination for many. As of 2023, the country's population reached 26.9 million. Yet despite its appeal, Australia is known for its strict immigration policies, especially when it comes to asylum seekers and undocumented migrants. These tough policies are rooted in complex political, economic, and social reasons, with a strong focus on border security. To maintain secure borders, Australia has adopted policies to deter irregular migration, particularly by sea, to combat human smuggling. One prominent example is the Operation Sovereign Borders initiative, where the military intercepts and turns back boats carrying asylum seekers, signaling that unauthorized arrivals won't be permitted to settle in Australia. To reinforce this message, asylum seekers arriving by boat are often sent to offshore detention centers in locations like Nauru and Papua New Guinea. This hardline approach is intended to discourage human trafficking and unauthorized entry. Australia's government also aims to prevent strains on public resources, including healthcare, education, and welfare, by regulating immigration. The goal is to ensure that those who come to Australia can contribute economically and adapt successfully to Australian society. While Australia celebrates its multicultural identity, there are concerns that large numbers of new immigrants from diverse backgrounds could potentially create social tensions and integration challenges. Rather than a total ban on immigration, Australia's policies focus on maintaining an orderly, legal, and beneficial migration system that balances national security with economic and social stability. Number 8. Poland. Poland, renowned for its vast mineral water reserves and home to Europe's oldest forest, Białowieża Forest, is rich in natural wonders. This ancient, protected forest shelters impressive wildlife, including Europe's largest bison population as well as wolves. As of April 30th, 2023, Poland's population stood at over 37.7 million, a slight 0.34% increase from the previous year. Looking ahead, the United Nations predicts Poland's population could reach 40.3 million by 2024. However, while Poland's population once grew rapidly, today the increase is primarily fueled by immigration rather than natural growth. In recent years, Poland has taken a cautious stance on immigration, especially toward non-European migrants and refugees. This position is driven by a mix of cultural, political, and security concerns. The ruling Law and Justice Party has built its platform on nationalism and conservatism, with a particular resistance to immigration from Muslim-majority countries, a stance that resonates with many Polish citizens. There is widespread concern about how large-scale immigration might impact Polish culture and society, and many fear that a significant influx from different backgrounds could disrupt the country's cultural cohesion. Security concerns also play a central role. With ongoing global terrorism threats and memories of the European migrant crisis, Poland's government is wary of accepting large numbers of refugees, especially those from conflict zones, citing potential security risks. While Poland isn't entirely closed to immigration, particularly for those from the EU or with Polish heritage, its policies reflect a strong desire to maintain tight control over borders and safeguard its cultural and economic stability. Number 7. United Arab Emirates. The United Arab Emirates, or UAE, is a unique federation of 7 emirates located on the southeast edge of the Arabian Peninsula. By 2024, the UAE's population was estimated at around 10 million, with Emiratis making up only 11% of this number. Dubai stands out as the most populous and internationally recognized city, known for its global business connections. Islam is the official religion, with Arabic as the official language, although English is widely spoken, particularly in business. Despite the large number of immigrants, gaining citizenship in the UAE is nearly impossible. Foreign residents, no matter how long they've lived in the country, are rarely granted citizenship. This approach allows the United Arab Emirates to maintain a demographic balance, ensuring that Emirati nationals remain a distinct and significant part of society. The government's concern is rooted in a desire to preserve Emirati culture, which is deeply tied to Islamic and Arab traditions. The UAE is cautious about granting permanent residency or citizenship to large numbers of non-Arabs, as this could shift cultural and social norms. The country's economy depends on foreign labor, especially in sectors like construction, hospitality, and domestic services. However, these workers are considered temporary residents, without a pathway to permanent residency or citizenship. Programs like the UAE's Golden Visa offer long-term residency options for investors, entrepreneurs, and highly skilled professionals. But even these visas don't grant citizenship and have strict qualifying criteria. Ultimately, the UAE's immigration system is designed to keep its workforce transient, prioritize cultural and demographic preservation, and balance economic benefits with limited long-term social obligations. Number 6. Hungary. Hungary may be a small country, but it's packed with stunning landscapes and natural treasures. Known as the Land of Waters, Hungary boasts abundant thermal and mineral springs, attracting thousands of tourists to its famous lakes and baths throughout the year. However, Hungary's population has been decreasing, from 9.92 million a decade ago to 9.7 million in 2023. This decline is partly due to Hungary's strict stance on immigration, particularly concerning non-European migrants and refugees. The Hungarian government places a strong emphasis on preserving its national identity, deeply rooted in the Hungarian language, history, and Christian traditions. Many Hungarians feel that large-scale immigration, especially from non-European and Muslim-majority countries, could pose a challenge to this cultural fabric. In response, Hungary has introduced some of the strictest immigration policies in the European Union. Security concerns also play a significant role in these policies. The government worries about the potential risks linked to immigration, particularly in the context of global terrorism and the European migrant crisis. For many Hungarians, the fear that an influx of immigrants could put pressure on public services like healthcare and social welfare is a common concern. These policies are largely supported by the Hungarian public, who share the government's emphasis on cultural preservation, national sovereignty, and economic stability. Hungary's approach reflects a careful balance. While open to tourists drawn to its natural beauty, it maintains firm control over who is allowed to stay long-term. This cautious stance is shaped by a desire to protect the country's traditions, maintain social harmony, and ensure sustainable public services. Number 5, Kuwait. A small yet prominent country in the Middle East is not only known for its rich oil reserves, but also for its vibrant culture, unique cuisine, and captivating tourist attractions. In 2023, Kuwait's population reached 4.87 million, up from 3.97 million a decade earlier, with a significant portion comprising expatriates. While the country relies on foreign labor for various sectors, Kuwait enforces strict immigration policies that limit long-term residency and citizenship for non-natives. Kuwait's government emphasizes maintaining a demographic balance, ensuring that Kuwaiti citizens remain the majority within the population. This concern over preserving national identity, deeply rooted in Arab and Islamic traditions, drives their restrictive approach to immigration. The government worries that allowing too many immigrants to stay permanently could affect the country's cultural and social fabric. Obtaining Kuwaiti citizenship is extremely challenging, even for those who have lived in the country for many years. Typically, citizenship is reserved for those with Kuwaiti ancestry, while rare exceptions are made for individuals who have made exceptional contributions to the nation. This cautious approach reflects Kuwait's commitment to limiting the number of naturalized citizens. Kuwait's immigration policies aim to protect its cultural heritage, uphold its demographic makeup, and ensure that the benefits of its substantial oil wealth primarily serve Kuwaiti citizens. Although the country welcomes foreign workers, it clearly defines their roles as temporary residents rather than permanent settlers. This balance allows Kuwait to benefit economically from its expatriate workforce while safeguarding its national identity and resources for future generations. Number 4, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, widely recognized for its vast oil resources and Arabian horses, is also a captivating destination for travelers worldwide. With its serene landscapes and historic sites, it draws religious pilgrims and tourists alike. In 2023, Saudi Arabia's population reached around 32.3 million, with 13.37 million being foreign residents, making up about 41.6% of the total population. However, very few foreign residents attain permanent citizenship, as Saudi Arabia's policies focus on preserving its religious and cultural identity rooted in Islamic and Arab traditions. The government is cautious about maintaining this identity, limiting long-term settlement of non-Arab and non-Muslim residents to prevent any potential cultural dilution. While foreign labor is essential to the economy, especially in construction, domestic work, and service industries, Saudi Arabia follows a temporary workforce model. Expatriates work under fixed contracts expected to leave once their employment ends, which allows the government to manage economic needs without extending long-term benefits. Restrictive policies on citizenship help ensure that social benefits remain accessible to Saudi nationals and keep political power concentrated among them, preserving stability in the kingdom. With its unique geopolitical position and security challenges, including terrorism concerns, Saudi Arabia closely monitors immigration to minimize risks. These policies reflect the government's commitment to safeguarding cultural and religious integrity, maintaining a demographic balance, and supporting economic stability. While the country reaps the benefits of a skilled expatriate workforce, it strictly controls pathways to citizenship and long-term residency, emphasizing a well-managed, secure, and resilient society. Number 3, Japan. Japan captivates the world with its seamless blend of ancient traditions and cutting-edge innovation. Known for iconic cherry blossoms, serene tea ceremonies, samurai heritage, and advanced technology like bullet trains and robotics, Japan has also brought anime and manga to global popularity. As of 2024, Japan's population is approximately 122.7 million. However, Japan is known for its strict immigration policies, which make it challenging for foreigners to gain permanent residency or citizenship. This approach is rooted in Japan's desire to protect its unique cultural identity, which is strongly tied to its language, customs, and social practices. The government remains cautious about large-scale immigration, fearing it could alter Japan's distinct cultural fabric and impact traditional values. Despite facing demographic challenges, including a shrinking workforce and an aging population, Japan has been reluctant to rely on immigration as a solution. Instead, the country has turned to automation, encouraging greater workforce participation among women and older adults, and implementing controlled immigration policies focused on specific skills or sectors. Obtaining Japanese citizenship is a lengthy process that requires long-term residency, language proficiency, and proof of integration into Japanese society. This rigorous path ensures that only those truly committed to embracing Japan's culture can become citizens. Japan's approach to immigration reflects a desire to preserve its cultural identity, uphold social harmony, and address economic issues in ways that prioritize its long-standing values. While the nation's policies are strict, they aim to support a cohesive society that balances modern needs with its rich traditions, making Japan an enduring example of cultural resilience in a globalized world. Number 2, Bhutan. Bhutan is known as one of the happiest places on Earth, guided by its unique philosophy of gross national happiness. Rather than prioritizing economic growth alone, Bhutan's approach focuses on the well-being and happiness of its citizens in a holistic way. Famous for its peaceful atmosphere and breathtaking landscapes, Bhutan is a favorite among those seeking serenity and natural beauty. In 2023, the country's population was estimated at around 800,000. Bhutan has some of the world's strictest immigration policies, carefully controlling who can enter, live, or work within its borders. The government prioritizes preserving Bhutan's rich cultural heritage, which is deeply influenced by Buddhist traditions and the pursuit of happiness. Officials are concerned that allowing significant immigration could impact the country's unique cultural identity and disrupt its social harmony. Additionally, Bhutan is widely admired for its dedication to environmental conservation. By limiting immigration and development, Bhutan aims to protect its pristine landscapes from overpopulation, deforestation, and other environmental risks. Bhutan's small population is a point of pride, and the government is cautious about maintaining a stable demographic balance, essential for social unity and the nation's goals of sustainable development. With limited infrastructure and public services, especially in rural areas, Bhutan's government restricts immigration to ensure these resources can meet the needs of its citizens without becoming overwhelmed. Bhutan's strict immigration policies aim to safeguard its cultural identity, preserve its environment, maintain political stability, and ensure sustainable development. As a result, Bhutan remains one of the most selective countries worldwide regarding immigration, attracting visitors but restricting long-term settlement. Number 1, North Korea. North Korea, despite being one of the poorest countries globally, has one of the largest militaries in the world and heavily invests in its nuclear weapons and missile programs. With an estimated population of 26 million in 2024, North Korea's population is about half of South Korea's, which is 51.76 million. The country is among the most isolated and secretive nations on Earth, with some of the strictest immigration policies in existence. Under the totalitarian rule of the Kim family, North Korea is focused on maintaining strict political control. The government views immigration as a serious threat to its power, fearing that foreign influences could challenge its strict ideology, known as Juche or self-reliance. The regime is highly paranoid about both real and imagined external threats, with the fear that immigrants could bring in ideas or even act as spies that could destabilize the government. The country's economy is heavily state-controlled and suffering from isolation, mismanagement, and sanctions. As a result, there are few economic opportunities for immigrants. The regime sees foreigners not as contributors, but as potential burdens. The North Korean government also uses propaganda to maintain its power, painting the outside world, especially the West, as a hostile force. Allowing immigrants could expose citizens to alternative perspectives that could undermine this narrative. Additionally, North Korea tightly controls all media and access to the internet. Immigrants could potentially introduce information that contradicts the state's controlled messaging, something the regime works hard to prevent. In short, North Korea's immigration policies are designed to maintain total control, protect its ideology, and ensure the regime's grip on power remains unchallenged. As we've seen, immigration policies are changing, and some countries are becoming less welcoming to new arrivals. It's crucial to stay informed about these developments before making travel plans. If you found this video insightful, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Thanks for watching.